May, let me tell y'all something, Chair. Granny May began, rocking slow on her old porch swing, a soft bayou breeze carrying the smell of salt and marsh through the air. In Louisiana, trust is like a good gumbo. Takes time to build, and one bad ingredient can ruin the whole pot. And lordy, did I ever learn that the hard way. I'd saved for 20 long years to buy my dream shrimp boat. Every dollar I made shelling shrimp, every tip from selling etouffee at the church fair, went right into a little mason jar on my kitchen shelf. Folks laughed at me, said, "May, you too old to be dreaming about the open water." But the bayou's in my blood, and I wasn't about to leave this world without captaining my own boat at least once. Then came Reggie LeBlanc, smooth talking as a gator on Sunday morning. He'd been around my family for decades, always bragging about how he knew every ripple of these waters. One day, he waltzed up my drive, hat in hand, saying he was selling his shrimp boat, the Lady Lucille. Said he wanted it to go to someone who'd love her like family. My heart near burst with joy. We shook hands, he took my money, and I thought my dream had finally come true. But Chair, dreams can turn to nightmares quicker than a catfish bite. A week later, when I showed up at the dock with my gear, that boat was gone, just an empty slip and some muddy footprints. I called Reggie, but all I got was lies. "Oh, May, I just needed to move her for maintenance," he said. Then another day, paperwork's just caught up at the bank. My gut told me what my heart didn't want to hear, that no hyphen good bail snake planned to keep my money and the boat. Now, I ain't no fool, and I sure sugar ain't no pushover. I got my Pyrrhus and set out that night, moonlight spilling on the water like silver paint. The air was thick, frogs singing, and the cypress trees watching me like old sentinels. I paddled quiet, keeping low, 'cause I knew Reggie's be hidden somewhere downriver, probably thinking Granny May was too old to come after her. But let me tell you, Chair, Cajun women don't let thieves dance on their dreams. Around midnight, I spotted her, the Lady Lucille, tied up at a forgotten dock behind the old sugar mill. My heart pounded like a Zydeco drum. There was Reggie, sitting on deck with a lantern glowing, drinking whiskey and laughing with some fella about how easy it was to take an old lady's money. Old lady, my foot. I pushed my Pyrrhus up quiet as a gator gliding through the reeds, grabbed my lantern and climbed aboard that boat without making a sound. But the second my feet hit the deck, Reggie turned, eyes wide. Well, I said, my voice low but sharp as a fillet knife. "Looks like you caught yourself a mighty fine haul, Reggie. Problem is, that's my catch you sitting on." He stammered, tried to play dumb, but I stepped closer, finger pointing right at him. "You think 'cause these hands are wrinkled, they can't fight? I've been hauling nets heavier than you since before you learned to bait a hook." The other man tried to stand up to me, but I swung my lantern, flames licking the night air, and I said, "Anyone tries to touch what's mine tonight, they'll be swimming with the catfish before sunrise." Reggie's face went pale as a ghost shrimp. He handed me back my money, swearing it was all a misunderstanding, but I wasn't done. "You think you can just sell this boat to someone else after robbing me? Nah. This here's the Lady Lucille, and she's coming home with me tonight." With Reggie muttering apologies and disappearing faster than a crawdad in a crab trap, I fired up that boat myself. The engine roared to life, sounding like freedom. I steered her down the dark bayou, moon reflecting on the water, tears mixing with the breeze on my cheeks. Not tears of sadness, Chair, tears of victory. By dawn, I pulled up to my dock, tied her good and tight, and stood there watching the sun rise over my boat, my dream finally safe. The Lady Lucille gleamed gold in the morning light, like she'd been waiting for me all my life. So, now when folks ask about trust, I tell them this. Don't you ever let a snake steal your dream, no matter how smooth he talks. 'Cause a Cajun grandmother with fire in her heart and salt in her blood, she don't stop fighting till what's hers is back where it belongs. And Chair, every time I take the Lady Lucille out, I swear I can hear my late husband laughing on the wind, proud as can be that his May never let a betrayal sink her spirit.